All right, y'all. So we got a few things to go over, man. First of all, we got to go back into this spider bug too, because these fanboys are getting on my last nerve. These Sony ponies, all of these fanboys, all of these undercover ponies in the Xbox community is getting on my last nerve. I mean, they are just going in on Hellblade 2, and these nerds. You know what I'm saying? These little cornballs, all these Decepticons out here in the gaming industry are just rooting for Hellblade to fail. All because of 30 FPS. Now, this is crazy because Spider-Man 2 apparently have all kind of performance modes, all kind of, regular mode, 60 FPS, this or this and that. And the game was still broken and buggy. But the fanboys don't want to talk about it. The game was broke, buggy, and woke. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? So you're going to say you have a problem with Hellblade, which is one of the most amazing looking games ever. But as long as the game is running smooth, buttery smooth, even if it is at 30, just like Starfield, the game is buttery smooth, but yet and still, they still complain about the game. They're still hating on the game. They're still bashing the game. And then you have these so-called Xbox fanboys or Xbox fans or Xbox, but they still seem like they're ponies that's undercover in the Xbox community. They always saying things. It's stuff like, is Xbox hype dead? Or maybe I should just play on PC since Xbox console can't run at 60 FPS. All the games being released at 30. But it ain't broken and buggy like PlayStation. It's not blurry, broken, and buggy like Final Fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Rebirth. It's not broken and buggy and broken like Spider Bug 2. You know what I'm saying? But the fanboys don't want to say nothing about that. They don't want to say how woke it is with Mary Jane. This girl look like a box of rocks. This girl look like Respucia. Looks like Shrek girlfriend. Fiona. And they don't say nothing about it. And all they do is continue to bash Xbox like Sony is so much better. Like their plan, their roadmap is so much better. PS5 ain't got no games. And they're still comparing things. Like they don't even have nothing to even compare. All their games, none of them are first party. All of them are indies, multiplats, or third party games. So you don't even have no games to even battle with. But the only ammo they have is 30 FPS, which is a weak argument. You're not even worrying about how the game looks. If the game gonna be fun, the detail, the resolution, all the hard work that they put into this game, and the first thing come out your mouth is 30 FPS. That's the first thing they're looking to do is bash Xbox. Those scheming, nasty, dirty dogs over there at Sony. They've been trying to block Xbox. They've been trying to sink Xbox. They've been trying to get Xbox out of the gaming division for a very long time. And that's how I know, because they're trying to block everything. They're trying to lock down all of the AAA bangers. They're trying to lock down Spider-Man, Wolverine, Final Fantasy, and so many games. I mean, they're trying to lock down exclusive map packs with Call of Duty, Harry Potter map packs. I'm just saying, all of these exclusive backdoor deals have to stop in order for Xbox to grow their community. So Sony knows that if they make Xbox stagnant, they're not going to grow, because everybody have to go to PlayStation and lock you down to a frame drop plastic box, the remake station that don't nobody want anymore because there ain't no games on it. They ain't got no game. You know how many fans, how many Sony fans, PlayStation fans, I'm not even talking about fanboys, because I don't even listen to them anymore. It's pointless to even argue with them. That's how dumb they are. They're dumb as a box of rocks. It's like talking to you. You might as well just stand in the mirror and talk to yourself, because they don't get it. They don't get it, man. PS5 ain't got no games. Spider-Man is flopping. You know what I'm saying? It's a buggy, woke piece of garbage. You know what I'm saying? So now that Xbox is buying Square Enix, what is their next move? Sony broke. Sony is going down. Abandoned ship, man. It's like the Titanic. Like I told y'all, man, the green team is the winning team, man. And it's the team you should be on, man. I'm talking about it's going up. Uncle Phil have created a monster with Game Pass, and Sony just cannot compete. And now they're going to add Activision, Blizzard, King, Square Enix. So many AAA bangers already coming down the pipeline. Indiana Jones, Blade. You already know Hellblade 2 is about to be amazing. One of the most realistic games in the world. It's about to be exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem and PC, bro. These fanboys are about to go crazy, man, this generation. So I don't know what's going on, but I hope they get the deal done so they cannot lock down any more Final Fantasy games. So apparently Xbox wants to buy Square Enix. So that will automatically stop Sony PlayStation from locking all the games down from Xbox. Now we already know, lying, crying, snitching, flying, Jim Ryan tried to block the Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal along with Sony scheming, nasty, dirty dogs over there, CEOs at Sony's front office. I blame Disney for all this woke garbage that's out here on the market. I blame them for all the woke movies and the woke games, the comic books, the TV shows, all of that. Because if it wasn't for them pushing this woke garbage so hard, we would not be going through this. They the one who have money to burn. They have all these studios and all these other, theme parks to keep bringing in all these millions and millions of dollars to keep promoting this woke garbage. And then they got some nerve to say they don't even know what woke really is. Bob Iger said, I don't even really know what you mean by woke. Okay, you idiotic bastard. So if you don't know what woke is, then why do you keep doing it? How do you not know? You see how they try to play reverse psychology with you? Like, I don't know what it is, but yet still you're pushing agendas with Silver Surfer. Yet still you're pushing agendas and your Marvel games and Spider-Man. All broken and buggy. If you spent more time on worrying about the game performance than pushing a message, the game would have came out smooth, buttery smooth. But being that you had to add all these different diversity groups in there at the last minute, because y'all getting that ESG money, the game came out trash. Hot garbage, broken, buggy, the storyline garbage, everything that the game stood for is trash. That's why the game is flopping. And the fanboys don't want to talk about that. They're calling Starfield a flop. If Starfield hit 15 million plus people either played the game or bought the game, Spider-Man only hit 10 million, but you're calling Spider-Man 2 successful. Make that make sense to me. Make it make sense. Decepticon. Make it make sense. You sold 10 million with Spider-Man 2, but Starfield sold 15 plus million, and the numbers are still going to go up for years to come because we already know Bethesda has some of the best fan base in the world. So that game is going to continue to grow. Spider-Man is going to flatline and continue to go down because nobody want to support this woke garbage because of Disney, Marvel, and all these agenda pushing, diversity, and the rainbow flag. Let's just keep it a beam, man. Let's keep it a buck. What about Sony? Sony is about to sink, about to go down, abandoned ship, man. It's like the Titanic. These ponies ain't saying nothing. All these politics have corrupted the gaming industry with Sweet Baby Inc., ESG. You know what I'm saying? And then, on another note, I was wondering why Spider-Man was so woke. Do you know that these jackasses are paying, these Decepticons are paying $10,000 plus? It could be up to 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a day to make these games woke. That's why. Everybody kept saying, why do they have to go woke or go broke? Well, they may not be going broke, but they definitely going woke, and it's just crazy to see all of our best AAA banger games go down the drain like Spider-Man. The quality have went down, the storyline have went down, the side missions have went down. Everything is garbage. This ain't the best Spider-Man. It's not. Mary Jane looked like Rasputia. You know what I'm saying? They're mad at, Stellar Blade because this girl is beautiful over there in the East, And in the West, they want to go woke because it's a paycheck. They're trying to eat. Everybody's after the bag, man. Let's just keep it a buck. Everyone is after the bag. That's what all this woke garbage is over. They're pushing these games out because of these studios want the game pushed out faster so that they can just patch it later with 60 FPS. With higher frame rate resolution. If the game is broken and buggy, they'll patch it later. That's why they're doing it. Because it's like, no, we want all of this money. Because if the studio pushed the game back, that's more money in their pocket. But at the same time, the studio want all the money to themselves. So they'll just pay a couple people to patch the game up. So instead of 100 people, you may have like 10 people just patching the game up. So all the rest of that money is in their pocket. It's all about money at the end of the day. It's about money, power, and, votes when it comes to politics. And a lot of people was lost. Why is they doing this? It's $10,000 on the table each day $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $100,000. I don't know. I just know it starts at 10 and goes up. And they have a problem with this woke agenda. I don't know why did they feel like they had to go this route. Out of all of the things they could have added in games, why didn't they add better customization? Play with a man character, play with a woman character, or make your own character however you want. So you can be, a man, a woman, or diversity, whatever you want to do. So let's say, for example, Spider-Man comes out. Play with Spider-Man, play with a Spider-Gwen type character, or make your own Spider-Man character. That's all it had to do. That would have just completely killed the whole narrative of having to go completely all the way woke. Think about it. If you got 3 different characters you can play with, okay, anybody can be a superhero, right? That's what they say they wanted to push in the first place. Oh, well, if I can't see myself in the game, I don't want to play it. I don't want to play the game. If I can't see myself as Spider-Man, I don't want to play it. That was their argument when they said they went woke. They was like, oh, y'all just don't understand. Y'all don't like us. Y'all hate us. Y'all a bigot. Y'all are anti this. Y'all anti that. No, we ain't anti nothing. We just don't agree with your woke politics. That's all it's about. It's not that we don't personally like people that's part of the rainbow community, the rainbow flag, or, diversity, or agendas, different agendas. That's not the case at all. We just do not agree with your politics. Why can't you accept that? We don't understand why you can't accept that. Why do you refuse to accept that? So they're paying these people, 10 bands and up, 10 bands plus to push all this woke garbage, man. And I was like, man, it has to be a reason why ESG and Sweet Baby Inc. is in the gaming industry. Why? What's the bottom point? What is the bottom line? Who is getting paid for this? And how much are these studios getting paid? And I finally figured it out. It's $10,000 a day plus. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of money. Think about it. That is a lot to bribe people with, but they're selling their soul without know that they're selling their soul to the devil. It's like you're making a deal with the devil. So you're shaking his hand. So he asks you, hey, would you like to push this agenda? Would you like to push, the rainbow flag? Would you like to do diversity, women empowerment? What would you like to do with the game? A race swap? What would you like to do with the game? And if they tell you and then you do a certain thing, you have to, sign on the contract, sign the dotted line, you get your 10,000 plus, however much they're offering to do it. Because some people, prices are probably going to be higher because it can actually damage your brand. You see all these games out here flopping like Suicide Squad. You know what I'm saying? What else? Forspoken. So many more games. Spider-Man was destroyed by all this woke garbage. It was a rainbow community all over that game. You know what I'm saying? Diversity all over the game. You know what I'm saying? Pushing agendas. The message was bigger than the actual game. And that's what we're saying. We don't want the message to be bigger than the game. And now I know why. It's because they're getting paid top dollar to do it. I knew it in the first. I said, man, they are getting paid top dollar to make these games woke and garbage and buggy. And they're picking the big AAA banger. They're picking the big AAA banger games to do it. It's not like they're picking like an indie game, a single A, double A. I heard the Sweet Baby Inc. leader. She said, we want AAA bangers. We want to destroy those games. That's what she want to do. Because if she take over that, they have all the power. I don't understand why you would give a diversity, consultant firm, from Canada or whoever, that's no part of the gaming industry, any rights to anything. Why would you do that? That's got to be the dumbest thing ever. Even if you was going to make a deal like that, you have other investments that you can do. You can sell off IPs. You can have other people come in and then give their input on it that are great writers that can actually blend the story in to make it feel original. We don't have that. Why don't we have any good writers anymore? That is insane. How could you not have good writers for Spider-Man? The biggest AAA banger games in the world. Why don't you do a Venom game for that? If you wanted all this diversity, you should have put it in Miles Morales, and then you should have put it in the Venom game. And let Spider-Man just be original and be the superhero that we grew and loved him to be at the beginning. But now, you can't say nothing now. Oh yeah, they got all kind of politics. They got all kind of rules and regulations. They done signed all kind of bills on the dotted line that say, oh, well, you're a bigot or you're anti this, you're anti that. And the only thing it's not that we personally, like, if you're part of the Christian community, you're straight or whatever, even if you're a non-believer, it's some of these things you just do not agree with because kids should not be looking at this. Other Christians don't want to be looking at this. Straight people don't want to look at two men kissing. and you just forcing it into the storyline and it just don't go. It's awkward and it's disgusting to some people. It really is disgusting to some people. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's the harsh truth, but some people don't want to hear that, but it really is. We really don't want no part of that. And I would like to say this. The biggest, problem is Disney started all of this. All because of that ESG money, Sweet Baby Inc. Whatever they were offering these, movies, games, TV shows, comic books, however it started. All this woke garbage over politics. We already knew they wanted to push an agenda. We already knew they want to push the rainbow flag. We already know they want to push diversity. But why does it have to be in gaming when politics have nothing to do with that? Because when you push these things, you are basically dividing your community in half. You're going to have half of the people that do agree with it, and you're going to have the other half that don't. And it's like, why even do that? Why even put your company at risk of going out of business? Square Enix already had, Forspoken Studio completely shut down because of this garbage. Like, how many more studios are they going to lose to prove a point? Like, what point is Disney trying to prove? Marvel trying to prove? DC trying to prove with Suicide Squad? Why are they trying to prove these things? And you've seen it's a flop. Nobody wants to play Suicide Squad, even when they released the Joker. This game is hot garbage trash. Nobody want to play with the Suicide Squad over the Justice League. Nobody wants to take out their favorite characters. Why don't we have anybody to stand up for that in DC or Warner Brothers or Rocksteady? Nobody stood up in the group meeting and say, hey, hold up, time out. Nobody wants to take out the Suicide Squad should not be taking out the Justice League. Instead, they should have made a Justice League game to fight against Brainiac and his villains. And if Suicide Squad wanted to join in, you would have been fighting them as well. Not fighting against your favorite characters that we've been asking for a Superman game for how long? For how long have we been asking for a Superman game? And these jackasses make a Suicide Squad game, talking about they want to make a live service microtransaction DLC game to make money off of. That the Batman games, just a single player game make more than this, quadruple that. That don't make any sense. Why didn't you just make another Batman game and then make a spinoff? With the Suicide Squad, don't that make more sense? And if they're spending 10,000 plus a day to push these woke agendas, think about how much money they are making if they're making a game from 4 to 7 years. Just add it up.